Alright peeps, it's September 6th and we'll be talking about Replay Analyzer once again, a tool to catch pesky cheaters or see what's going on in game precisely. Anyway, I'll try to make this one super short. We're gonna go to NR and we're gonna go to the stock physics, take a lap with the car. Ooh, this is exciting, right, for physics modifications. Anyway, I'm gonna use original cop mode for this one, just so it is. Personally we do Irvindale, but I will have to look over the INI files for that track because not everything is really clear with that. However, we don't care, we're after telemetry here. Boom, and this is our stock 2003 NASCAR. Forgive me for driving in third person, I know only noobs do that, but since I'm making a video for you guys, here goes a secret joke. Alright, anyway, it's only gonna record our first lap right here. We're gonna stop, go in first, book it, all the way to the red line, trying not to crash because I don't really know if telemetry saves good once your car is looking backward on the track. Like if you're spun out, I don't really know what happens to the telemetry data because we have to be traveling forward in a way. Alright, stop. Now this was our one lap on a cop car. I'm gonna save it as one. Done deal. And out of here. Next one up, I'm gonna start, I believe, the test one from yesterday. This is a 385 horsepower motor for late model cars that we're gonna be making sooner or later. So we'll take this little 385 engine and maybe you could see the difference. I definitely could feel it in the absence of extra power, but this guy's much slower. Not that you cannot spin out on it if you drive like a dumbass, but here comes our first lap. I kind of fucked up here, I should have stopped right away. Okay, so we stop here and then we book it all the way to the first gear. You could see different red line, everything, but whatever. Let's do the same on the second and possibly book the third one all the way to the finish line. There you go. We're gonna save that as a replay number 2. Boom, boom, boom. Out of here. And just for comparison, the next one we'll do is gonna be our, I don't really know which one to give you guys. Subaru Sti? Fine. Let's check out the Subaru Sti. I haven't tuned those engines and the red line value means a lot, and some of them have a red line too high which robs them on power, so I don't really know what kind of power figures this one or the Nissan GTR gonna put out. Actually, GTR I fixed. I know it puts out about 400 horsepower if you redline at 12,000 and it never gets there. But if you drop the redline down to like 8, you're making your 600 advertised horsepower like you should. So anyway, this is supposed to be a Subaru engine, 300 horsepower. Let's see how many reach the rear wheels. You can see the idle. This is a 4-cylinder actually. Anyway, take this guy all the way to the top. Shift. Shift. I mean, there's multiple ways you could get your telemetry. This is just my little procedure I do, and I'll show you why. Done deal. And that was one lap with Subaru. We're gonna save that one. Replay number 3. Done deal. Now we have 3 replays and we're gonna go file, add replay lap, from our cup, and we're only gonna have one lap. Then we're gonna add a lap from our second save, which was our late model, and from our third save we get a lap with our Subaru. Epic music playing here, dun 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 dun, whatever. I don't do too many sound effects, but we go right here to graph out our graphs. Go to advanced horsepower. You ready? Here comes the cop car. Peaks out at about 685 horsepower at the rear wheels. That's at 80 Fahrenheit temperatures. It'll make more power at colder temperatures and less power in hotter temperatures, but around 80 for now. Here comes our 330 horsepower to the wheels late model car, and you could totally see two different graphs. I mean, you don't need to be a genius to see the difference between this and this. And here comes our Subaru Sti. See, making even less power right there. So the green one is the Sti, peaking at about 250 at the rear wheels. Yep, so about 50 horsepower gets lost to friction and all that other crap, supposedly. Again, it's all under testing, but here you could see how much horsepower we're making on each car. And here we have three different cars. Boom, boom, boom. The way I do it, I put point marks so it makes the lines fatter and it's easier to see where the real, more accurate readings we're taking. And there you go, that's your cop power right there. Right there. This is your late model. This is our stop at 0, and this is our stop at 0. We could judge that by the speed. If we go to the speed, you could see where we stopped before we started revving. If you go by RPM, you could also see where we dropped to like idle to 600, like 610, and then wham, you know, where we rev up. Anyway, this was it for today. I wanted to show you 3 different cars, 3 different laps from 3 different EXEs laid out next to each other, and you could see the differences. In the next video, what we're gonna do is take completely stock physics and run COP, CTS, GNS and PTA, a lap of each one, and we'll compare the engines and the performances of the stock 4 physics between each other using the replay analyzer. And that is what the big boys do. I mean, you could blindly tweak numbers without this guide, but this is it. This is how everybody does that. I'm gonna keep repeating that till the people get that in your head. This is the way to go. It's the most awesome thing. So here you could see if we're running a Subaru League and somebody is cheating with my late model EXE, if someone ever downloads it, you know, you could see right there clearly on any graph who is lying and who is not. There's no discussion. There's like, if you say something feels to you a certain way, I could be like, well, when and where, and then we could graph it out and see at the data what you mean by a feel. It's gonna draw out all of this. Anyway, for now, I'm gonna kill it right there. Try to make future videos a little shorter. September 6th. I don't even know how to end this one, but more to come, guys. More to come. This is the shit.